This is 2024 Auburn 613 blue check white flight cock with just a little bit of splash. He competed in the 2024 Plymouth Peak Pro Challenge one loft race this year. Went out to 312 and then the 360-mile final race. To be up front, he didn't do anything at all in the races. He was probably below average at best, but there were 450 pigeons that started the series, or not started the series, started race one that were paid, and well under 200 at the end, and he was one of them, and he survived some very tough races, including a smash one where about half the birds didn't come home. But real quick, as far as how he's bred, because he's definitely worth a shot as a breeder, especially maybe for a younger flyer or newer flyer that needs something good that they can afford to add to their stock loft. His father, Clint, was bred by my friend Denis Eastwood and entered in the 2022 Gold Country Challenge, which is the race that my dad and I hosted, a one-loft race. That was the last year of it. Clint was first place, or first drop, so equal first drop on the final race from 334 miles. And then Dennis was drastically downsizing his birds that year, so he left that pigeon behind for me to race in 2023 Old Birds on my race team. And that pigeon won first overall Combine Champion Old Bird 2023. It had an equal first combine at about 200 miles, and then it hit on the 400, it hit on the 467. The cool thing, too, is the equal first combine he had at the shorter race was 1,800 yards a minute, which is rare for my birds to do good at. And then most of his other races where he did the best, especially the two long ones, were very difficult, slow races, so a multi-purpose pigeon. He's a combination of Sun City from GFL and Sierra Ranch, Steve Sturchy. The mother of this pigeon, 2322, is a grizzle. She's heavily inbred in my grizzle family and a daughter of Scarlet. Her mother was 6 times first or equal first, including first place at 324 miles, about an hour and a half ahead of second place. The mother of this pigeon is either a half-sister or full sister of 3 different final race one-loft winners, including first place at 370 miles in the Sierra Ranch Classic 2013. That same bird was also third average speed versus 550 paid birds, and it was equal first on the 311 and equal first on the 170. Another half sibling of the mother was first place at the 2017 Arizona Classic final race, 350 miles, and second overall average speed. You'll see more of that in the description. So this pigeon is bred very well, but as far as the pigeon itself, he is medium size, longer cast, strong back, 1-pin tail, very tight vents, very balanced, handles well, has great length to the body and the wings. You can see he has a real nice wing vibration and good spacing in the flights. Good feather quality as well. He's actually a pigeon based on how he handles. He should have flown much better, but anybody that has either raced pigeons or especially gotten in one-loft races, there's a lot of timing involved and some luck too, and just for whatever reason, he was not feeling it during those series. But bred very well and handles really well. Maybe barely weak in the back. It's barely noticeable, but I would call that just a slightly weak back. But everything else is top shelf on him. Very nice orange eyes. Probably can't tell right now because it's night time and I'm doing this video in the light, but there'll be an eye sign photo hopefully for him if I have time. Pretty good response usually on the beak pull from him. Not like a A+ response, but he gives you a pretty good response. More than average on that and plenty good. He's actually pretty mellow in the hand, but he does give you that nice beak pull response. But one of those pigeons that handles like he should go 360 miles, and he did. He flew all the way out to 360 on tough days and just didn't have it in him to perform better, but he did okay. But bred very well, as you'll see in the pedigree. And again, if you were a newer loft or just looking to add something different in the loft, I think he's worth a shot because a very nice pigeon. This is Auburn 613. A 2024 blue check white flight cock.